few weeks ago I watched Gaza. It's a series by Ben Mahaka. He co-wrote it with Iris Hlachwayo. It's an interesting series. It's a series set in Chipinge. Before we go any further, let's just have a quick look at the trailer.
Chaungandifundira 10 times. What is wrong with you? Chawaichiziva kuti ndiri mukadzi nemwana. You should show her some respect. Ndakuronzera kuti usafone mangwanani to cause problems na Sheila.
You know I love you.
Unoziva kuti handina kumbovata nomweni mukomana. You promised me kuti hapana chichaitika.
Rosie, makondomu anovharuka.
Wakapfeka first time. After that, hauzi.
Asinga ndafunga hangu kuwirira kanyi ngekuti mai avachandigondi.
Don't worry. Unoziva kuti ndinoda kutovhura futi chiningirika chifood shop, restaurant, chihotdog. So kuti ndoda kuti uite manager. Ukumanage zviro zvangu zveshe. Wazwa? Manageress.
Igwinyisere baba.
Ndiani iwe umborana ndiwo. Rosie, wekuri umbori mwana wani. Watumwa muyeni wareni kuite kudini indaere mimi kuti tine zvitoro ha iwe reni manager ndiri kuzwa pana unochizira kuti sisikana ichi ha
handichizivi
iwe usada kundipatisozwa ngekuti ene wabhuye kuti muyeni wako ungaite menezero rako iro rero
iwe chimusikareva ndokuzive kudini.
First things first, I really like Gaza. It felt like an honest depiction of life somewhere in Chipinge. The fact that all the dialogue, the majority of the dialogue is entirely in Dao also helps put this point across. It was so refreshing to see something filmed that is outside of the major towns and the major cultures in Zimbabwe. At certain points throughout the film, they've got visuals that show you the location, and it was just nice and refreshing and almost brought about some nostalgia. Just having that, because it had this vibe, this feel of somewhere where you've probably been. The show seems to explore socially pertinent themes. It touches on teenage pregnancy, infidelity, domestic violence, poverty, and it seems to be able to weave all these themes seamlessly, while staying focused to its main theme, and then all the other interwoven themes just coming in and just flowing through the peripheries. The show does have a story to tell though, and it keeps your interest peaked, your emotions, engaged. It was a real emotional roller coaster, and at every point, you always wanted to get in and intervene, knock some sense into people, or have a really strong reaction to certain characters. When it comes to the cinematography of the film, overall, I'd give it an above average rating. I won't judge too harshly because I do understand that the film crew was made up of mostly trainees, and to think that these are people that had never, worked on a set that were able to produce something like this is absolutely quite a remarkable story. I guess the only way we can ever judge is if they ever get a season 2 or if they ever get to do something else. One thing that really was my pet peeve was Selena, the shopkeeper. At any given point, she always seemed to be badly lit compared to the rest of the cast. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't a deal breaker. With regards to the acting, there were some pretty good performances across the board. The more natural Ndao speakers seemed to shine more. I think that's probably because they had to only concentrate on the acting aspect rather than on the speaking aspect. The best performance for me came from the lady who portrayed My Remy, and Angeline Majecha, I believe her name is. Her performance was literally spot on, flawless. You couldn't tell it apart from, you couldn't tell she was acting. That's how good it was. And what makes it even more remarkable was the fact that this was actually her first stint acting. So when you put that into perspective, it was definitely an amazing performance. The finale, it has a bit of drama, but it ends on a note which just leaves you. It ends on a note which is full of suspense. I mean, that in itself is not a bad thing because it just probably leaves you wanting more, and that always leaves room for season 2. And when season 2 comes, I definitely am ready for it.